Right now, South Africans' water scarcity is slowly becoming a catastrophe. Frustrations of Nqobile residents have been mounting as the area has borne the brunt of water shortages. Water and Sanitation Minister Senzo Mchunu and his Deputy Minister David Mahlobo, as well as Judith Chabalala, are visiting the community of Mchunu in Ladysmith to address these issues. This is where we find eNCA's reporter Nqobile Madlala on the ground for us with that story. Nqobile, what have people been telling both the minister and his deputies about, what they find themselves surviving through every single day?
Horrific story. Some of them saying that they're sharing water with farm animals. So it's been very difficult for this community to get some water. Some areas of this community also does have things like boreholes. As we were driving this way, we managed to see some of the taps that were communal taps, and you can see that even that also takes its toll on people that have to get the water. We could see some of the women walking quite a long distance just carrying that much water to their houses. So it's been very difficult for Nqobile district. As you will also know that they've also had droughts, so solutions are really needed, and this is what people were telling the minister here. Minister, people just being clear that they want drinkable water as in today if it's possible. Tell us, what plans does the department have for these people?
We are starting this month after 3 meetings that we have held with the Nqobile district, 1 last year, 2 this year, working with the technical committee that we jointly set up. We are now starting in June, ending in July, in terms of a very quick delivery project of 3 boreholes in Ward 29, Ward 28 and Ward 23. Those will have been delivered and pumping water by end of July. We will then get to priority projects after that, or as we start these boreholes, we're going to be starting with priority projects. They cover quite a large area, quite a sizable amount of water, covering the CBD, covering eNCA, both water and sanitation, and then there will be medium ones that will even cover Beckville, cover Escort, but areas like Driefontein, Ndaga and so on, they are all going to be covered ultimately. In fact, all 3 municipalities here will ultimately be covered, either with the short term, medium term, or ultimately with the longer term projects. But we're going to start working this month and finish in the boreholes in 2 months, and then other projects are going to start in a month, finish in 6 months. But there are also projects that are going to start, that are going to finish after or within 12 months. So it's within 2 months, it's within six months, and then it's within 12 months. And then there will be a medium long ones. But it is clear to us after all these meetings with the district that we need to do more than what may have been done in a number of years, and we now need to do it within quite a short space of time. That's why we're emphasizing here that we've got to work like we have agreed with the district municipality here, and not along any other line except working together so that we accelerate delivery of water in this area.
Well, Minister, a lot of people here are just fearing for water-related diseases that they could potentially get from this dirty water that they're drinking at the moment. All of them saying that they're worried that they've seen it in Gauteng with cholera, that this could potentially happen here.
We share their concern. We share their concerns, each one of them who spoke here, and we will be sharing their concern as we leave. That's why in the list of our priority projects, there is that wastewater, it's a pump station, wastewater pump station in town that we need to deal with as a matter of urgency, because it has been troublesome and problematic for a long time, I'm told, for more than 2 years. There's been spillage of sewer in that area, so it's one of our priority projects to cover now. But for the rest of the people who are sharing water with animals, dirty water at that, we are sharing that concern, and some of the projects that we are wanting to start or launch here are aimed at protecting people against dirty water that they are talking about here. Hence, categorization of different projects, which we have been working on with the district. In reality, we are into it together with the district here, and we are going to make sure that we don't look back, but we look forward only and deliver and bring liberty to people who knowingly drink water with animals, and that is unacceptable. And this thing that they are complaining about their fears on cholera, we think that it is justified. That's why the municipality has to ensure that they notice people, they warn people if there is no guarantee on water that they are giving to people, that it is high quality water. They must warn people so that they boil water, so that they don't use water at all, they wash, except when there are tankers and all those things.
But Minister, Gauteng as well is concerned about cholera. What's the movement there? How many people are surviving cholera, and have we seen more deaths?
Well, we have been told this morning via news that the number has risen to 26. Now, we have broadly concluded that it is all Rooiwal water treatment, wastewater treatment plant, cholera related. In other words, even if medically somebody can say here cholera is not the cause of death, but we're saying it is broadly related to the situation there. And this is once more sad news for the number to increase of deaths. And we share our sympathies with the relatives of those who have died over and above the number that we knew. But we now have an agreement in place wherein we're going to be working with Tshwane municipality and put the past to the past and deal with the present to the future. There's no doubt as far as Rooiwal is concerned, the future is bright. It's going to take a little bit of time before the future becomes bright, and it's regrettable that it is at the moment where we're experiencing these deaths. Other people say, why did we have to wait? And we're saying, in reality, we didn't have to wait. The meeting between the mayor and myself took place on the 17th, but the outbreak happened on the 19th. But it was already quite late, and we've explained the reasons that unless we put aside the issues of spheres of government and every other difference, we're not going to succeed. It's when we work together and draw our strength, all of us, that we're going to overcome all these problems.
What happens to these families, though, that have lost people now? What is the solution?
Well, we're working together with Gauteng government, different departments taking care where they need to take care, but we're also part and parcel. We're communicating. But our wish is that those people be treated with so much care, understanding that they've lost the loved ones who probably would be alive had it not been for the attack that they are under at the moment.
Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is Minister Senzo Mchunu, who is, of course, in Ntqobile district, and speaking to the people in this area to ensure that they find those solutions to finding drinkable source of water. And we are hearing that there are different plans which are going from medium plans to long-term plans. But for now, we will wait and see when these projects will, of course, take place.
All right, Nqobile Madlala in Mchunu with that report. Let's leave it there for now.